They don't control you with guns. They don't need to. They control your attention, your identity, your instincts. And they do it by weaponizing the one thing you never question: your own emotions, the subconscious battlefield. Most people think they make rational decisions, but 95% of your behavior comes from the subconscious. That's where they aim. They know exactly what triggers your tribal instincts: your fear of shame, your desire to protect your children, your craving to feel like the good guy. They don't need to censor every truth. They just drown it in a sea of carefully designed chaos. Outrage is the weapon. Identity is the target. If you're Christian, they show you drag queens reading to children. If you're liberal, they show you men with swastikas and rifles. And they do it on purpose. Not because those things are common, but because they know it will trigger a visceral response. You see the drag queen and think, they're attacking my family. You see the Nazi flag and think, they're going to start a genocide. You're not thinking anymore. You're reacting. And once you're reacting, you can't listen, and you definitely can't think. That's how they split the country. Not with facts, with feelings. Media is the delivery system. Every headline is a landmine. Every tweet is a trap. Every news anchor is reading a script designed to activate you. They use repetition, emotionally charged language, and imagery that hijacks the amygdala, the fear center of the brain. You're not watching the news. You're being conditioned. Manufactured enemies, guaranteed reactions. They pick the outrage of the week and tailor it to your psychological profile. Conservative? Here's a teacher telling kids they can change gender without telling their parents. Liberal? Here's a Christian man saying God created two sexes, framed as hate speech. None of this is a coincidence. They don't want you debating policy. They want you calling each other monsters. Because monsters don't compromise. Monsters don't reason. Monsters must be destroyed. And once you believe that, they can do anything while you're too busy attacking your neighbors. No heroes, just handlers. You think your side is winning, but both sides are being handled. Conservatives vote for tough-talking frauds who expand surveillance and fund endless wars. Liberals vote for diversity puppets who bail out billionaires and censor speech. No matter who wins, the same elite get paid, the same agencies get stronger, and the same people stay divided. Because that was always the plan. The final goal, a nation that can't unite. The more divided we are, the more powerless we become. A people too busy hating each other will never unite to take back what's theirs. So they turn protests into riots, justice into theater, education into indoctrination. They burn bridges with gasoline and hand you the match. And by the time you realize who lit the fire, there's nothing left to save. This isn't about parties. It's about control. Control of what you fear. Control of what you love. Control of who you trust. Until you trust no one at all. And once you've reached that point, they've won. Not with bullets, but with belief. Because the most powerful prison is the one you defend.